The starting lineup for the visiting Memphis Grizzlies. At small forward, Dylan Brooks. At center, Steven Adams. At shooting guard, Desmond Bain. At the other forward position, Jared Jackson Jr. At the other guard position, Ja Morant. The head coach of the visiting team is Taylor Jenkins. Let's meet the starting five for your Dallas Mavericks. At the power forward position, at 6'6", number 25, at the other forward position, standing 6'5", number 11, Tim Hardaway Jr. At guard, 6'6", number 26, Spencer Dinwiddie. At center, at 6'9", number 35, Christian Wood. At guard, 6'7", number 77, Luka Doncic. The head coach is Jason Kidd. One more time, let's hear it for your Dallas.
Greetings, everyone. You've got it live on Tuesday night coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. D.A., take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, we all know Ja Morant's a high flyer. He says, my dad was pretty athletic when he played, so I can say some of it comes from him. Jumping on tires and the other drills, they just allowed my legs to get stronger. It's enabled me to get off the floor quicker, be more explosive, and it shows when I'm out there on the court. Kevin, it certainly does.
He is a high flyer indeed. David, thank you. And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. The wingmen are Bain and Brooks. And it's Morant in at the point. And for the Mavericks, on the wings, it's Dinwiddie and Hardaway Jr. Christian Wood is out there with Reggie Bullock. And it's Doncic in at the 1.
Boy, what a season 2022 was for the Dallas Mavericks, making it all the way to the Western Conference Finals. Obviously, the huge upset over the Suns turned that season into what was a dream run early in Luka Doncic's career.
And finished off by Wood.
And let the big man eat. Throw it up to Wood, and he'll complete that.
Pass to Brooks. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by Wood. And with the Mavs a trip, Doris, to the conference finals puts them ahead of schedule, many people think.
Yes, Kevin, but I don't think you can let that momentum you built last year fade in any way. You've got to keep your foot on the gas pedal. We know how fragile success in the NBA is. You've got a top 5 player on your roster. You have to make sure you're taking advantage of opportunities.
And Morant gets it to go on the assist by Bain.
The contact can't trip Morant up. He just glides past it and into his shot.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself.
Now here is Hardaway. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
And this is why you get the ball into his hands. Let him establish the pace and rhythm of the game.
And Adams with the slam.
We are talking about a big-time offensive rebounder, and Steven Adams unafraid to impose his will with that frame.
Here's Doncic. He's just been too hard to handle at the offensive end. His scoring average is just under 34 points a game. Now here's Hardaway. Back to Doncic. And the rejection by Morant.
And how about using that impressive vertical on defense? Morant has the ability to block shots when in position. Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
And here is Hardaway following John Morant's three. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring. And Tim Hardaway says, you know what? My teammate's open. I'm going to get him the ball.
Now here's Morant. Coming off a solid outing against Phoenix. And Morant throws it down.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Oh, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
And the Mavericks with possession here. Grizzlies making the shot. Dinwiddie. That drops and it comes off the assist from Hardaway.
Spencer Dinwiddie.
Hardaway has got his third assist on the night. Here's Jackson. And it's Memphis with another. At this point of the season, Greg, right in the heart of the schedule, what are the biggest challenges for a player?
Kevin, sometimes it's just about knowing what city you're in. The travel in this league is crazy, but you really want to keep focus and sleep and eat right. Vital.
Here's Wood. Jaren Jackson making his last shot. 6 on the shot clock. And they call an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Getting another opportunity here to see that powerful rejection.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
And Adams has got the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies. Up top, Bain. Dinwiddie covering. Morant passes to Jackson. He gets it in there.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
And the defense of Jaren Jackson Jr., it has become elite. Triple J finishing top 5 in 2022 in the Defensive Player of the Year voting.
Mavericks making a switch here. Bairton has checked in. And Memphis also making a switch. Aldama's checked in. Morant against Doncic. Outside Hardaway. Bertans finds Dinwiddie. Shot clock at 6. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Jaren Jackson.
First team.
And really, every team had the chance to sign Wood early on, but passed. And this man just kept working, and now when healthy, he's becoming a force.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Frank Ntilikina is checked in for Dinwiddie, and it's Hardy in for Luka Doncic. All free throws good from Wood. Greg, why do you think Jaren Jackson Jr. made that leap defensively in his game?
Kevin helped. Jackson was finally back to 100% in 2022. The ability to kind of fully use his physical tools. And Jaren's still learning from playing night in and night out. Now living up to that massive potential.
For Dallas, they've gone 4-7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Hardy, no good.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
Count that one.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now, here's Hardy. Here's Ntilikina. Dallas moving it around. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Mavericks making a switch here. Powell's checked in. Now here's Morant. He's got 7. Jackson, that's a 2-pointer, and it's Memphis with another.
And as Jackson's jumper improves, I think so do his prospects for more minutes. This is a guy that some think can be a perennial all-star.
Here's Harden, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Powell, and the rejection by Jackson. And they recover it. Now here's Hardy. Guarded by Morant.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
And the Grizzlies tack on 2 more. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Memphis?
How about the ferocity we have seen from them on defense? I mean, they're looking to contest every shot that goes up.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
Ntilikina can't hit.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Jackson misses. Mavericks trail by 7. Inside. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
Put that bucket in no time at all.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Dallas has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. And there's the pass to Ntilikina. Hardaway against Brooks. Outside Hardaway. To the middle. Here's Ntilikina. And blocked by Payne. The shot's good from Ntilikina. Morant outside. And he banks in the layup. Morant's got 9.
And it just seems like Morant is always ready to outwork the defense. A big effort pays off for him there inside.
Hardaway, that's a 2-pointer. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, finishing quarter strong. Every coach preaches it. Nice work.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We'll return shortly. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at the Grizzlies' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you could see the results.
And the Grizzlies leading by 7. The backcourt pair will be Doncic and Dinwiddie. Christian Wood is out there with Reggie Bullock, and it's McGee in at the 5 spot. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. Jackson gets the bucket.
And great from deep. Jackson, no issues hitting the mid-range either. Another big who has range in the new NBA.
Now here's Dinwiddie. The wide open look here for Wood. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. He's got 7.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, from the step back to his attacking style, some have compared Luka Doncic to the Bear, James Harden. There are some similarities, Harden said. Being able to dictate and control the game like he does, he never lets anyone speed him up, and he gets what he wants. Back to you, Kevin.
He always has. They're both pretty fun to watch. David, thank you. Outside, Bane. Passes it to Concho. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that.
And the rejection by Jackson. Bane kicks to Jackson. High post try. They get it back. Adams. And it's Memphis with another.
Listen, there is a touch and a confidence about Steven Adams. If he's in the paint, he will get it done.
And he lobs it up toward the rim. It's stolen by Adams. Jones with it. He's picked up by Doncic. And there's Jackson on the assist by Jones. Jackson's got the lead up to 14 now for the Grizzlies. And now looks like we've got an injury here, guys. We'll likely see him come out of the game.
And boy, this really doesn't look good. That just the way it happened.
Boy, it's got to be so frustrating for him. As hard as he has worked, doing everything he can to help his team, just heartbreaking.
And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Brandon Clark comes in for Jaren Jackson, and it's Williams in for Bane. Doncic passes to Bullock. Back to Doncic. Dinwiddie outside. Pass to Doncic. Looking to end the run. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got 3 assists in the game.
And what blows me away about Doncic, the consistency across the board.
GA, for 3 straight years, he was selected to the first team All-NBA. And that's all before he turned 24 years of age. Do you have any idea how hard that is to do? What he has done is incredible.
Here's Dinwiddie. After Memphis gets the 3. Baseline J on the way. And that one goes long. And here are the Grizzlies now. They're on a 13-5 run. Adams. And that one is off. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. It's a victory here for the home team. Last time these guys met.
And the last time these two met, they were able to get a big win because of that bench production. Second unit might be a factor in this one as well.
Certainly something to keep an eye on. We'll see how the rotations go this time out. Every night it seems to be different.
And the first one at the line is good. Well, if there's one thing, Greg, that defines a modern NBA big man, it is mobility.
And they've got to be able to move their feet and really play in space. Otherwise, they just can't stay on the floor in today's game.
And both free throws good for Dinwiddie. So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. Well, Greg, analysts evaluate player performances on the floor, and sometimes we've seen the players fire back. They're not happy with the criticism.
You know, it's a risk you take, but if you treat everyone with kid gloves, you're really not doing your job. The audience expects a level of honesty, and quite frankly, players don't mind you criticizing their game. It's when those critiques become personal.
for Dallas. Their last game, a loss to the Trailblazers.
Well, you saw how dialed up they were from distance. The defense just couldn't get out to everyone.
And that explains their three-point percentage. They had more than a few players giving the defense absolute fits from range.
You got to know, this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
And a great job to get that angle on a tremendous drive.
And that finish sums up the whole game. They have a big lead due to execution on drives just like that.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. He's coming off a 28-point game against the Trailblazers in Portland. Here's Bullock, and Adams sends it back.
Length and strength and intimidation. Steven Adams sends it back.
Here's Jones. It's rebounded by Doncic.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he's with something.
And the slam dunk by McGee.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Got that one up quick. Williams has got the lead up to 14 now for Memphis. Dallas calls timeout. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd, and that's obviously easier said than done.
I'll tell you this, it looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
Look here. Dwight Powell's checked in for JaVale McGee. Davis Bertans comes in for Christian Wood. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Reggie Bullock. And it's Hardy in for Doncic. Memphis also making some changes. Brooks checked in for Conchar. And it's John Morant in for Tyus Jones. That one goes. Count it. And that's 11 points for John Morant.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Dinwiddie outside. Powell dishes to Hardaway. Drops in the layup for two.
Well, Tim Hardaway Jr. getting stronger, and that's a problem when he's trying to finish through contact.
Greg, you have to love the impact that Tim Hardaway Jr. has had on the defensive end.
He's got a great wingspan to bother shooters and contain penetration. Always aware of where the ball is on the floor. You could call him an underrated defender.
Here's Hardy. Following the basket by John Morant. Hardaway with a wide-open look. And another basket for Dallas.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Williams for three. And again, it's Memphis with the three.
Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You like to see the shot go in. Nicely done.
Hardy passes to Hardaway. To the paint. Here's Bertans. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway.
We talk about playing to your size. At 6'10", Davis Bertans got to make that look easy.
Morant, the bounce pass. And it's Clark slamming it down.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Now, here's Hardy. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Pass to Powell. Fade away. Misses off the left iron. And the Grizzlies leading by 17. Brooks, the pass to Clark. And slam dunk by Clark.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Kicks it to Powell. There's 38 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And Hardaway gets it to go. Memphis is going to sublime 4 of 4 from three-point range since we've gotten in here in the second quarter. Brooks right side. Shoots over Dinwiddie. And the foul called on Brandon Clark. That is his first foul of the game. Frank Ntilikina checked in for Dinwiddie. And Memphis also making a switch. Baines checked in for Clark. Now here's Hardy. He's guarded closely. No problems knocking that one down. Hardaway has got 11 points.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
Morant left side. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
just superior focus from Moran. His determination is what allows him to convert through contact.
One second left. He can't hit that time. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Memphis out in front, leading by 17. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. It was all Ja Morant in the first quarter. He had 16 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists. Kenny, what'd you think about the Grizzlies?
I like what they're doing offensively. Looking at their field goal percentage, they're moving the ball, getting great looks, and of course they're knocking down shots. I mean, that's the point of the game, isn't it?
And looking at Dallas, Shaq, your thoughts?
The shooting percentage they allow was through the roof. The coach should absolutely be ripping into the defensive effort. They need to take some pride on the other end and just lock it in, lock it in, lock it in.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
I don't know that you necessarily think of him as someone who's going to create for others, but boy, all night he's been willing to make the extra pass.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And the Grizzlies leading by 17. Kicking off the second half, here's Taylor Jenkins's 5. The wingmen are Bain and Brooks. Williams is out there with Steven Adams. And it's Morant in at the point guard position. That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
And it's plays like that, Kevin, that show you why they are so far ahead. Didn't settle for anything outside and went right to the rim.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Doncic outside. Clock at 6. And Doncic throws it down.
Well, the tight handle allows Luka Doncic to make the pretty move off the bounce.
Morant with it. Hardaway picks him up. And that one's good. Morant's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. And the 3 ball is good.
It doesn't seem to matter where Luka Doncic is on the floor. His shooting ability is impressive.
Okay, time now for an injury report. Now we'll send it over to David Aldridge for an update on Jaren Jackson. DA, what do you have?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, I got some news from Memphis's head athletic trainer. He said he has a dislocated kneecap, which is incredibly painful to say the least. It's unfortunate timing all around for them. Of course, they will need to band together while he's out. We'll see how they respond. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. Well, guys, certainly not the news his fans were hoping for.
And not at all. I mean, it sounds like he's got a long road ahead of him in terms of his recovery.
And our hearts go out to him. The guy works so hard. His teammates love him. Coaches love him. He's going to be missed.
Clark, he's checked in for Memphis.
One shot.
And there's a flexibility to Brooks's game. He can play a specific role for you, or he can be a high-usage guy. It really depends on what a team needs from night to night.
And the Mavericks call time here.
And no doubt, Coach wants them to shore up their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. The three for Doncic. Nailed from three-point land. Doncic has got 8 here in the quarter.
I'll tell you, individually, he is doing all he can. But right now, somebody's got to step in and support this guy.
Chalk up 2 there.
Boy, if Adams can make mid-range jumpers, it opens up the floor for his teammates.
Doncic, bounce pass. Puts it up from 12, and Adams sends it back. They retain possession. From deep, Wood, and it's good. Assisting on the play with Hardaway. Hardaway's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
And that one's good. Morant.
And what a great start to the second half. They've hit everything they've looked at thus far.
Dinwiddie outside. Back to Doncic. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Doncic has got 10 points here in the second half.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back. And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
JaVale McGee's checked in for the Mavericks. Konchar's checked in for the Grizzlies. Tyus Jones comes in for Morant. Well, technical fouls have been an issue for Luka Doncic since he entered the league.
First of all, you love his passion, but I think we've seen real progress in this regard, and that's because you understand if you're Luka Doncic, you need to play high minutes for your team.
Adams' shot is good.
Well, Steven Adams is an intelligent offensive player with very good touch. He's worked really hard on that jumper.
Dinwiddie outside. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. And here's Doncic from the arc. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Adams taking his time here. Clark trying to get open. Adams' shot is off. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. It's a 14-point game. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That'll be the second game of a 5-game homestand. They get it back. Bullock, good. Bullock's got 6 points.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
And to me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
All the officials are all over that one.
Second team foul.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
And guys, how about the unselfishness and all about working that ball around, shifting the defense, and just seeking out the best shot.
They've also been scoring on the break with how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court. Anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
2 shots.
No good. Bain. And the Mavericks with some changes. Dwight Powell's checked in for Wood. Hardy comes in for Reggie Bullock. And it's Ntilikina in for Dinwiddie. And the Grizzlies also with the sub. Aldama's checked in. And Bain drops them both.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
There's the pass to Ntilikina. Now here's Hardy. Passes to McGee. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Shot from 12. That shot off, and it's Dallas the other way. Pass to Doncic. Dallas moving it around. And that one's good. Hardy.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how concept is.
And the Mavericks call time here. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if